Hello, my name is Gregtech and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. I am just down by my diamond production here, and you may notice that I have two more. I've just crafted up two more of the shulker models to run them, because if we notice this, I'm actually empty. This should be backlogged with shulker, pristine shulker things. But we actually went through 2 stacks, or 3 stacks, because this one emptied out, and then it emptied out these two, and we were starting to run out of diamonds. So we are definitely on a negative there, and that is probably because we were running, our things at full blast, and they go through them quite quick. Because this is, as we know, it's only a 30% chance at the self-aware. So, yeah, it doesn't always happen. So sometimes you have a string of bad luck, but overall, they're going to produce them 30% of the time, and that wasn't enough to keep up with just these 4. And I'm thinking I want to expand this a bit as well. Now, eventually we are going to be replacing our power gen. This isn't going to be our power gen through the entire playthrough. But what we're going to be replacing it with is plasma turbines. But we can't craft those up yet. Well, one, we don't have a fusion reactor, so we can't power it anything, but that is kind of what we're going to be replacing it with. I love plasma turbines, and I love powering them off a fusion reactor. I just think that's very cool. And I don't know, I just really love Gregtech fusion reactors. I think they're fun. And the fusion reactor is kind of the next big step in our thing. We're not there yet. Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know how many episodes I'd say we're off of the fusion reactor. They do require tier 7, which is ZPM. So we need to get crystal. Actually, if we really wanted to, there are quantum mainframes in here. Nether star, plutonium, fusion coil blocks, field generator, superconductor wires we're going to need, HPIC we're going to need. So, as we can see, quite a few things we're going to need. Oh, these neutron reflectors. Oh, thank goodness there's that's actually not that bad. Alright, well that's locked behind the implosion compressor, which is probably locked behind TNT. Let me look that up really quick, now that I'm thinking about it. So, we'll need to get the iridium, lots of tungsten, and then you put that in the implosion compressor with TNT. All right, so industrial TNT is not a thing. All right, if you remember, I was confused with the nitration mixture. I remember there being a use for nitration mixture in Gregtech New Horizons, and it was actually industrial TNT. You mixed regular TNT with nitration mixture to get you, it's more like effective TNT, but that is not a thing in this mod pack. So basically we are going to have to automate TNT, which is sulfuric acid, not a problem, toluene. We're going to have to get it somehow. I do remember cracked heavy fuel giving the highest amount of toluene, but it's very, very small amount. Oh, just regular heavy fuel, I think. Yeah, that's actually, if you do heavy fuel, you get 4 millibuckets, so 40%. If you do like cracked, it's like 1,000 millibuckets to 30. Yeah, no. So it would be if we did that way. Wood power is all the thing, but I much prefer oil. But I think for that, I do think I want to maybe do this instead, because then we get a whole bunch of byproducts. Like there's ethylene. We need lots of ethylene, and propene we're using. Butadiene we're gonna need. Toluene. Naphtha we use, and we could get more naphtha from what we're doing. Light fuel and stuff. So yeah, that's another thing we're actually gonna need. We're gonna need butadiene. I actually don't know how we're gonna get that. But I was kind of looking here, and obviously we need the compressor for the next tier of microminer, which will get us an Aquata. We're looking at this. This is we can either do it this way, which stabilize uranium, which is uranium 10. I have no idea what that gets you. What does this get you? What does this get you? Zinc, copper, arsenic. Ah, that's right. It's a way to get arsenic, but cobaltite is kind of working out so far. But maybe we'll have to do that at some point. But I think the main use for the tier 5 rocket, if I can find it, is Naquata. That's the next kind of thing up. But yeah, we are set to do that. Plutonium, though, we're gonna have to find how to get this. Oh man, we're probably gonna have to craft up a reactor for that. I just realized. All right, but it does pop up here, so I'm thinking that we should probably follow the quests, and you know, that'll probably explain it. But this tier 5 microminer is locked behind this ultimate crafting table. I still don't, I don't know why it's locked behind that. I haven't seen anything in the recipe that suggests it needs to be locked behind it. But all right. So that's kind of where we're at. I think I want to progress towards this microminer. I do want to get the next tier of circuits as well, so that's kind of on the back of my mind. We do have mainframe. Oh, well, do we need these for the LUV assembler? Yes. All right. So we do need the quantum for the assembler. That's right. All right. Now I'm kind of figuring out what we want to do. All right. So I guess the ultimate crafting table and yes, the mainframe. Well, now that we actually have everything, what is this? Tier 8. Okay, that's a little far away. We can actually craft up, we can do that recipe actually. I'm going to be going through a lot of radon here, kind of noticing. But yeah, that is not that. I could change this. This is done in a chemical bath, if we remember. Or a chemical reactor, not the chemical bath. I could change it to radium. We could do it this way if we wanted. And then, because I kind of have this set up anyway for that. So gallium arsenide goes in there, and then the quantumite goes in there. So we could just set it up. This is the fluid extractor, right? Oh, that's the electrolyzer. All right, that's not gonna work. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna throw it on here though. And I'll just have to kind of do it manually. I was thinking we could throw the radium salt in there, and then the radion goes in there, but it's an electrolyzer, not a fluid extractor. Whoops. All right, so let me get kind of organized here, I guess. Yeah. Although, I think we have everything. Don't we have everything? Here, let's just shift click. Oh, that's not gonna work. How many items are in this? This is 9. So technically we could... Wait, did that put everything in there? Oh, it did. Oh, that got everything in there. We don't actually have to use the other thing. So if we did that... Did I... Oh. I think I... Did we disconnect? No, we didn't. I'm like, is that worth it? Or should I just do the package thing? I mean, I can shift click in that too. I mean, should we just do... I'm thinking we should almost just do... Anytime we need a assembly line recipe, just do it in these packager things. I'm almost thinking. I mean, it's... Since we can just like, you know... Oh, I just... No. Alright, let's empty that. It's a bit awkward. Why doesn't it pop up with the... Thought it would put up the... like the recipes that are stored in it. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to like save that. If I... Okay, well let's test this. I can shift click this stuff in. It's not the end of the world. But if we shift click the... this in there. Alright, it'll pop up. See, it's going to save over slot, that one. I don't want it to do that. Alright, so let's get rid of that. Put that there. I don't want that other. There we go. Alright, so slot that one. Let's just see how this works, and does it save it? No, I had a feeling it was going to do that. Alright, that's a bit awkward. That is definitely a bit awkward. So I guess we could do... Do we have to do each? And then if I want piston in that one, we have to do the piston recipe. And if I want the motor in the next one, we have to do this every time we want to edit them. That's a bit awkward. Right. I may have to, well, I mean, they're easy to put in. You can just shift click in. But I thought you could just put it in there to bring up the recipes and I could add like the next one. But, alright, so there. Still kind of working out how that that mod works. It wasn't like a button or anything that... Load. Oh my goodness. Load probably does what I was trying to do. Alright, just pretend like I didn't do that. But, you know, I could edit that out, but I'll just leave it in, you know. It's good to see like people play through the mods and see what they come up with. So if we wanted to do the quantum, I'm just kind of curious. We are going to need 2 of them. What are we looking at? So silicon. Oh man, I need to do clay, platinum, and yeah, I gotta do a recipe for those, which are a bit annoying. These frames are pain, and I don't like how they are. What is it? HSSG. I don't like how there's all the different colors. Because it just makes it just clutters up JEI. I know it's like, oh, I already have a recipe for that. I know like customization and you can make your base cooler with different colors and stuff, but for me, it drives me nuts. I'd rather have less items in JEI. Alright, so there's that, and then there's that. Alright. But other than that, we have platinum and then we need silicon, so that's not a problem. Alright, let me cut here and we'll come back. Alright, we're back, and really quick, I ended up just throwing 2 electrolyzers on the end of this line, and we're just feeding the electrolyzer sand, and you get silicon dioxide, and that's not what we want. How did I get that in there? Did that get in there? I have this set to extract only. That was weird, but yeah, we get silicon from that, and I'm just gonna have that. Let's just do that. I had it set to extract only. I don't know how that ended up in there, but as we can see, we don't always get enough power if this thing is running. Like if all these things are, I think it's basically the alloy smelter, which uses a lot of power. So if that's running, yeah, that one struggles a bit. So I know this is 1000% not ideal. And it's a super long line of MV machines. I know that, but I figured I'll just throw it on there. I could have also done clay. Used clay and fed it into an electrolyzer. It actually uses 7 dust like these two, so I can actually just throw it in there and it actually works there as well. Seriously, how did that get in there with that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this will just slowly fill up as we need it, you know, as I'm running the world.
If it becomes an issue that it's not driving me fast enough, I will fix this line, but I really would just like to replace it, but oof, I don't want to I don't want to replace that. Although we do the whole glass, nether quartz, molten ender with the nether quartz gets you clathrate, and then you smelt the clathrate, and that gets you the pulsating dust. There's actually an easier way to do that now that we have progressed, and I may end up just doing this, but it does require a lot of power. But yeah, that's the way we're doing it right now, but you can actually just electrolyze ender pearls, and you get the dust directly. So I could just send the ender pearl into a pulverizer, into an electrolyzer, and we could get rid of all this. But it does require 2000 EU per tick, so it is quite power hungry. For now, I think this is okay. We'll just leave it. But, alright, I should have gotten everything set up. I did have tons of platinum. I thought I had tons of platinum. It's the dust, it just wasn't ingots. So I made an ingot recipe, and we should have, yep, there we go, 2 quantum processors. So far, the assembly line is not gotten clogged up, but I'm sure at some point that will be occurring. But yeah, that unlocked the advanced assembly machine. But before we can do that, we're going to have to be able to get styrene butadiene rubber. So that is something we need to, I think we have to do it, yeah. We get this, yes. So oxygen, styrene, butadiene. Styrene is benzene and ethylene. And we noticed when we were looking at the distillating correct heavy fuel, we get all that stuff. So I think for that, we're going to have to build another distillation tower, which I was planning on anyway. But yeah, I'm also crafting up the autocrafter. I don't remember the name. Yes, not crafting, crafter. This one, the elite package crafter. So yeah, we need 4 elite components, and the reason I want to do that is so I can get crystalline automated, because it's, I mean, it's not difficult, but it's definitely a pain having to put the items in here and then I have to manually take it over to the thing, and or take it over here, make the item, put the thing in there. So I'm like, why not? I made recipes for the automation interface. So get that automated, but black steel. Man, black steel is annoying. Are we... So why is that? Oh, I don't have a recipe for that. I didn't know. I never made a recipe for that, apparently. All right. I did do like a large amount by hand. I do remember that. Just... Oh. We are running out of room over there as well. Elite. Alright, so there is that. I could automate... Man, I could actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we could actually just throw all the stuff on here. So if I do... I would need to do another packager. Let me craft up some stuff, and yeah, another packager on packager. I think we need another packager on packager, I think. I don't know, do we need another set? I still haven't... I mean, yeah, maybe. It's probably easiest if I did do another one, and then we just save these for the 5x5 recipes and these by the 7x7. I mean, these are super easy. Yeah, let me craft that up, and yeah, we'll come back. Can I do... I need 4 of these for the table. A couple things. Void crystal. Didn't I get that automated? Uranium 235. Yes, I remember that. We do have some. Nice. I'll just throw that in the smelter. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, actually, I don't know if it will be. Anyway, yeah, let me do some crafting up and we'll come back. All right.
right, we got the packager unpackager, and I think that is necessary, but I could be wrong. But, alright, so there's the crystalline ingot, and while we're at it, why don't we just do, we need the tier 4 and the tier 5, right? Both need, yeah. No, that's not what I want to do. Alright. If you hit load, it kind of clears it out, whatever is on here. So I want crystalline first. I'm still getting kind of the hang of this. So that one. So that. Then we'll move on to this one. And I also want that. And this will be the tier 4. And then the next one, we'll do the tier 5. And the next one, I think tier 6 also maybe? Yes. Tier 6? What about tier 7? I might as well just do all these while we're here, is what I'm thinking. All right, so then that is that. So we'll save that. All right. Then if we want to clear that, just hit load and you clear everything. And if you put that back in, load, there we go. So that's how you do that. So there's those recipes. I wanted to at least get the crystalline, and because that is a pain, especially moving forward. So we got that hooked up, and I guess this is, we'll just do it like this. Like I said, I don't know if we need another pair of these, but hey, it's just a few resources. It's not, I think it's titanium. It's like the most expensive thing, but I think that should be that. Also set up a little thing over here to autoclave lapis dust to get lapis. And yeah, so conflux, we need 4 of those. Let's see now. Emerald plates, right. I don't have a ton of emerald. Can we do, I did this in an extruder. Yeah, extruder doesn't work. You can either do block of emerald in a cutting thing, but that has to be 9. Or you could just do it in the compactor. Which, unfortunately, I haven't had this, well, this is sort of upgraded, but it's not very upgraded, but it's quite slow. I do need more. Oh, we can get those from Enderman. Didn't realize that was a thing. Maybe we will, if I need tons of these, maybe I'll set up an Enderman, another Enderman one. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't think we're going to be going through more. But yeah, once these fill up, we'll be getting more of that. I don't think we'll be going through the polymer clay faster than we're crafting it up, but yeah, maybe I'll, there's so many of those I want to make. Reaper, Gastus for silver. I want another Guardian for maybe aluminum, because I find doing it that way just so easy. Alright, so yeah, still waiting on that, but everything else I think is automated. Let's just double check these work. We need 16 of these, so let's just do that and see if it should do like the, once everything is ready. Yeah, this isn't the fastest because it's only a basic one, but I mean, it's decently fast for lapis dust. I just want to, it's not gonna, I doubt it will wait for all of them. Be wrong though. No, there it goes. It should be crafting them up. Oh, actually, let's go take a look at it. What does it do anyway? Oh, there it goes. So it auto crafts. And then just outputs. I don't know where it's outputting. I'm assuming because it's connected to the A system, maybe it's like acting like an interface would be my guess. But all right, so there's crystalline ingots. Yeah, let me cut here and we'll come back. All right. right, we are back and got everything here. This actually wasn't too bad. I found out emeralds can actually, I mean, you can do it that way also, but you can also get it from emerald dust in an autoclave, so that's easy. So I didn't have to set up anything else, but there we go. There is the ultimate crafting table. It really wasn't that bad at all, to be honest. And that should be, yep, there is a quest for it. And we're going to need another one because we're going to want to automate it. So let's just do that. Just move my that out of the way. I can't remember the last time I slept because I haven't left the base in 50 episodes. I think more than that, actually. I mean, I went out to like the courtyard out there, but yeah, so we'll throw that in there. And there is that. Now, oh man. Man, you want... I mean, I guess I was doing it right. Ironically, I was getting in an unpackager and a packager for each thing, so I was actually doing it right. Now that you can get that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so we're basically doing this. I just was kind of doing it before. Yeah, I mean, it works. We know that works. So also, I'm going to, now that we have that, I do need to do this thing. So it wants us to get this, which is actually, I have all that automated. We could actually just do that right now. Yep, there's that. Automation interface, get that. All right, so we'll get that pretty quick. But I do need to craft up these. But before we can do that, we need to get this LUV compressor, which needs the piston. So why don't we go ahead and... I have the recipe in the thing. So we need 2. I did craft up some of the HSSG ingots because those take forever. Right, where you're using... Man, I only have 2. It is kind of funny. I only have 2 little tiny crafters. Well, one big-ish. Well, not even that big. It's just 64K. No, it's not. It's only 16. And then one 4K. So I really have not a lot of crafting capabilities, but I don't usually have more than 2 or 3 tasks at once, and they go pretty quick. Is that all? Sometimes I like to just kind of come over here and speed it up a little bit. If it's doing like osmium or iridium in one, and like all the dusks that put in it, can go a bit slow. All right, there we go. So 2 of those, yes. So I don't have much to do. Since like I said, I already did the SSS cheat ingots. I did a lot of patterns, like probably 15, 16 patterns. Maybe even more. With all the different, like the rings and the gears and all that stuff. And also been doing... This is a ton of things, so I had to do a recipe for that, and a recipe for that, a recipe for that, a recipe for that, a recipe for that, a recipe for that. So I've just been doing a ton of that, and look at that, which is kind of cool actually, because I can just put it in the thing. We have a recipe for it, and I can figure out what needs to be done. And I have everything automated, including all nuclear craft and the casings and all this stuff, the ports and all that, all the different alloys, except for prescient crystal and iridium heavy plating. Now the iridium heavy plating, obviously we know is iridium, and we're actually working on that because it needs to be done in a LUV compressor. So I'm kind of at the point that I need to get... I haven't done this yet, as we remember. I need to get LUV power if I want to get the next rocket. So the question is, how are we going to do that? We could, the easiest way would be just to do a transformer. LUV to IV, and we can just transform up. I mean, this is just tungsten and an IV machine. I mean, that's super easy.
But I'm thinking, why don't we just go ahead and do a LUV CEF. Signalum, energy conduit. I don't think I have that, but other than that, it's actually pretty easy. Did we get a Signalum? I feel like maybe we did get that. Nope, we didn't get that conduit. So here we go, another recipe. So basically just going through everything that we're gonna need to progress and throwing down the thing. Now the Signalum, that is ZPM, isn't it? That's actually not LUV. If it's 4 EU per tick per RF or whatever, yeah, that's ZPM, actually, these energy conduits. But, you know, might as well get in there. Oh, we're running out of room here. All right, buckets. I rarely ever make the buckets. Throw it in there because it requires a circuit of 3. Okay. All right. Also, these rounds are slow as heck, and you need so many of them. So moving forward, I probably will upgrade the lathe. I don't think I'm going to do it at IV, but maybe at LUV, the next tier up. It's just a good one to keep upgrading because, man, these rounds. Yep. Not that. I want, yeah, 74 seconds in an LV. So, I mean, it is up overclocked to MV to HV to EV, so 3 times it's overclocked, but still pretty slow. So I'll probably upgrade. Why don't I throw that over there so I remember to do that. All right, but, I mean, yeah. Problem, though, with the LUV power is that I cannot supply anywhere near enough. So question is, what do we do? I mean, like, these aren't even running at the moment because we're not using a lot of power, but when I want to ramp it up, we run into a problem. So this output's 50,000. LUV power is 100 and whatever. It's the Lumium. This is LUV, so 131,000. So I could craft up another. Oh man, I would have to craft up a bunch of these to get that much out. I don't. Yeah, because it's 25,000 per vibrant capacitor. So what would that be? That'd be what, 6? I would need 4 more vibrant capacitors. I do think those are those auto crafting, or is it just the just the basic one auto crafts? All right, I'm gonna have to think about that, obviously. And oh, here, got to do this. For one, I need to craft speed upgrades for this conduit, so it pulls the stack out at a time. But it has everything in there. But we need to throw a circuit in, so I may just throw the circuit there. All right, and that should have turned it on. I need a ladder up this side. Let's see if it's on. Yep, it's running. All right, so that is that. I'm trying to figure out if we can actually get away with. I don't know. Can we have a 1 and a 2 in there? I don't know. See, no, this actually, that may actually work because yes, the recipes completely clash. They each have all the same stuff, but the piston requires 6 plates. This only requires 2. No. The issue would be if I have styrene butadiene rubber in the input hatch, is when I put the items in for the piston, it's going to craft this up before the rest can go in. Yeah, that's what it would do. All right, so still got to figure out what I want to do with the 1 and the 2. I may just do it manually at this point. Like, I needed pistons, so I just threw the 2 in there. and leave the 1 out, because I think it's just these two that clash, right? So 2, 1. Let's just do that. Yeah. Wait. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't go to 1. It's 1 and 2. So yeah, just the pistons and those. So that is something. Either that or craft up. We could also craft up a small assembly line, a second one, or just like conveyors or something like that. That is also, because they only require, you know, they only require 6. You would need 6. So it would actually be half the size of this. That wouldn't, maybe that's what, I think I just kind of convinced myself we will craft up a second assembly line and put it right next to it. And that one will be like our conveyor. And if we want to, I don't think motors get crazy because of all this stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But that should be those 2 motors. Or pistons. Yeah, all right. So there we go. So, yeah. Made some decent progress today. I think, actually... Yep. I'm going to finish crafting this up. I think... Can we actually get it right now? All right, let's craft this up and then we will wrap up the episode. Next episode, we'll come back. We'll get the tier 2. Not the tier 2. What are those called? ME crafting something. ME. Oh my goodness. ME packaging. That's right. Package gets all that stuff. Yep, there it is. Next episode, yeah, we'll get this hopefully crafted up. I do need something here. And that requires a soul binder with a shulker. I am going to have to get a shulker. Which, now that I'm just noticing, doesn't even require going to the end. Alright, well that's not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Alright, so that's gonna... I thought we were going to have to go to the end. So, nope, we're not going to have to go to the end. Nope, we're not going to have to leave the base. But I will need a soul binder. We don't have that. It does look like we can craft it up. But anyway, we'll do that next episode. So let's just craft this up. Titanium. Just one more. You can do it. There we go. It's cooling. Plate. There we go. So there is the ultimate packager for 9x9 crafting. So that is pretty cool. We'll throw that down here. And I'll craft up the packagers. And we'll get that quest taken care of. And then we'll open up the tier 5 microminer and Nequata. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.